Team Journals, what's happening? So, it's the 30th of February. It's nearly the end of the most depressing month of the year, January, thank God. I'm in lovely Derbyshire at the moment and it's quite cold, a bit depressing, but at least the sun's out, which is a good thing. So I just wanted to do a video today about how I saw quite an interesting thing on YouTube where an influencer was saying that you have to look at depression as an alert system, which I think is a really good way of looking at it. Now, I know obviously clinical depression is different and, you know, there are a lot of other mental illnesses that will probably require, you know, medical attention and, you know, medication possibly, but when you've got like the winter blues or you feel a bit down, one good way of looking at it is as an alert system, that it's your body's way of telling you, or your brain's way of telling you that something isn't right. Now, when I was probably 19, 20, I was in a really bad place in my life. I thought I was clinically depressed. I suffered from very, very bad bouts of depression. But when I look at some of the people I was surrounded by and the situations I was in, it's no wonder I was depressed. I mean, looking back, I wonder how I actually got through any of it. I was in a very abusive relationship for 18 months and I was in a job I absolutely hated. I was working as a chef, earning very bad money. I had a god-awful boss who treated me appallingly. And those three things combined obviously didn't, you know, benefit my mental health in any shape or form whatsoever. And if I'd seen this video back then about using depression as an alert system, I would have looked at things totally differently. It would have really made me take stock of my life and I would have made changes a lot sooner. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. I mean, you know, sometimes when we go through bad things, they're not always bad because we learn from them. There's a saying that a calm sea doesn't make a strong sailor, which I think is very true. You know, if you went through your life and nothing bad ever happened to you at all, then you wouldn't know how to deal with certain situations. At least when you do go through something bad, you kind of get more experience and you learn how to deal with it. So if I do feel down or I go through low points in my life now, I keep remembering that quote and I think to myself, you know, it's your brain's way of telling you, you know, something isn't right, something in your life needs fixing, and, you know, you really need to take stock of, you know, what direction your life's going in. You know, are you surrounded by the right people? Are people treating you with respect? You know, are you being disrespected by your work colleagues or people that you think are your friends are being nasty? You know, there could be a whole multitude of reasons why, you know, things, you know, you're feeling that way. But, you know, you just have to look out. You have to look after yourself at all times, protect yourself, because, you know, not many people out there have your back and, you know, do look after you. So you've got to be on your guard at all times. So yeah, I think that's a really good thing to live by. Just, you know, use it as an alert system. You know, it doesn't, you know, depression is your brain's way of, I think, communicating with you and telling you that you need to make like some really big changes in your life. And it can be used to your advantage. You know, when I came out of, you know, when I was 20 years old, you know, I came out of the bad relationship. I really started working on myself. I got fit. I changed jobs, and I just really sort of, you know, made a lot of improvements that I should have made a long time ago. So we are nearly at the end of January. Hopefully you've all been paid, and, you know, you're kind of getting over the post-Christmas lull, and you're sticking to your resolutions, and, you know, you're making good plans for the year ahead. So I've only got one day left of January, and then it'll be February, and then before you know it, it'll be spring, and then the weather will be nice, and hopefully everyone will be a bit more happier and feel a bit more positive in themselves. So yeah, if you are feeling down, just, you know, try and work at ways of improving your life. I suffered from depression a lot, you know, when I was younger, so I know exactly what it's like. I know, you know, how hard life can be at times. So yeah, I hope you've all got through January. I hope you're all, you know, feeling optimistic for the year ahead. And here's to some improvements and good times in 2024.